to the tune of OPP. Minority by nature, no time for idle chitter chat and petty iterations. Teaming to me exponentially like I'm Barack's inauguration. Erratic calculations, nah, I runs the infinite. Only way I slow me down is with some calcing by a limit. They might no longer show the work, the answer self-evident. Some truth should be proclaimed in the Declaration of Independence. Things not instantaneous can be approximated by adding up our changes till everything integrated. Word to my partners in calculus. Yo, you down with BCP? Yeah, you know me. You down with BCP? Yeah, you know me. Integral, grind exponential. You down with BCP? That's the way we rotate radiannually. You down with BCP? Down with BCP? You down with BCP? You down with BCP? That's the way we do things limitlessly.
What happened?
What's going on, good people?
What's happening, Peach?
Very little, man. What's going on with you?
Same old. Working on something.
Always trying to work on something.
But Peach.
Yes, sir. I'm not rude. I just have the balls to say what everyone else is thinking. That's fair. That's fair.
There you go.
That's fair.
There you go, man.
Shorty's still on vacation, and Carl is in the background because he's under the weather, but he's in the background doing our producing tonight. So thank you all for joining us tonight. I want to say thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All right. Chad Speaker, Relentless Mikey, Anfarius, Cliff Victoria, Bar Room Network, Mr. Mayhem. Yeah, we got the regulars. Bizzle Joe.
Speaker.
Chad Speaker. Sigh and smile. Yes, thank you guys for joining us. We again had for you members only. We had a pre-show, or excuse me, check it out in your free time. Foster was explaining some things about a house. So you guys be able to check that out because I'm always learning something new from Foster as it goes. I mean, heck, the man been around for 5,000 years. How can you not?
Yep, the first 3,000 were pretty rough, man. Crazy.
Can we get Aldo in here? Do we ever send Aldo a link?
I don't know. He's got the link, so he could come on if he wants. But he's probably doing some of his stuff and getting his thing ready. So I don't know, man. I'll text him, man. I was talking to him earlier today. Let's see if I can pull him up.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I got a question. Bears.
Science my Carl answered that. I'm sorry. He said Aldo has a link. Yeah. He's probably getting stuff prepared for the show. So
yeah, I'm not even gonna text him then.
Okay.
We'll just let it go.
You said you had a question though?
I did. What's the guy from New Orleans that we signed?
Dennis Allen?
No.
The head coach?
No. The guy we just picked up. Number 92. He was on the He's a Dennis Allen guy. I just can't. Were your ears ringing all though?
You guys want to let a dude take a shit in peace?
That's right.
I'm in the washroom. I'm watching on my laptop. I better start cleaning up. How are you guys?
Not bad, but how you doing, man?
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you too. I'm excited about spending an hour with you, and then you guys coming over and spending time over at Bare Their Souls. I got a couple of little surprises for you guys. I hope you will like, and it's always fun talking ball with you.
Oh, 100%, man, 100%. I mean, some do refer to you as the Podfather.
Yeah, that's a little nickname there that Mr. Shorty gave me. Now, Shorty's out in the woods somewhere out near Mount Rushmore right now.
Yeah, I think he's mating.
Ooh,
I don't. I could just picture this. Shorty's out there and he's drinking and he goes and he takes a piss and he turns around and goes, "Hey man, where are we?" and in the background you see like 4 asses and the dude goes, "Hey, we're behind Mount Rushmore."
Can you squeal like a pig? That's what he said.
Armando, Carlos.
Hey, everyone in the chat, Vizzo, Cliff, everyone out there, brothers. This is going to be a fun show.
Yeah, Armando Lara Jr.
We were actually now I'm way off, guys, because the last 3 weeks I've been so involved putting my house back together from a fire that I had like a year ago.
Oh wow!
It was a long process to get everything developed out and the other stuff that was going on with my mom and life and da da da. So I haven't been up to date on things, but I don't know if it was last night or the night before. I woke up and I started watching film of who's the guy we just got from New Orleans, the edge rusher. He wore number 92.
Oh, tough name to pronounce. Tano Pass a stone.
Sounds good to me.
It sounds like
I don't know much about him because I haven't been paying attention or looking at things like normal. But if we play the Giants every week, we got to put him out there every play. Because he creamed the Giants, man, in one game.
Yep. He knows Dennis Allen's defense up and down.
Mm-hmm.
Allen spoke fondly of him, and almost the way he phrased things, almost kind of like he expected this guy to make the team. And there were a lot of people saying, better start revising those depth charts. Now, it's going to be a long climb for him, but he knows this defense. Yeah. He can start right away teaching some of the young kids. So it's going to be interesting to see his role.
How old is he?
I think he's 31. Is it?
Oh, okay. So it'll be a veteran presence.
Yeah, veteran presence.
Yeah. Oh, I can pronounce that name. I think you froze up, Aldo.
He did. I was just going to say, though, so he knows the system, and Alan brought him here for a reason. And I was going to say, so I'm watching film, and he was playing the 3-tech and defensive end position on film, mostly defensive end. But he was playing some 3-tech on some of the film I saw. So that's interesting to me right there. That again, it's a Poles Allen type of guy, versatile. He's not the bleeding edge news. Fine Smythe says, "Are you guys ready for the bleeding edge news?" I don't know. If I just as long as there's not a woman involved. Here we go.
Raiders are releasing defensive tackle Christian Wilkins with the designation of terminated vested veteran. His time in Las Vegas is now over. Due to how Wilkins treated the rehab from the foot injury he suffered last season, the Raiders voided the remaining $35.2 million of guaranteed money left on Wilkins' contract last month, and today Wilkins filed a grievance with the NFLPA.
Mm-hmm.
Someone in the chat, let me get it right. Vizzo Joe was Raiders' version of Nate Davis.
Yeah, I was just going to read that. That's an interesting take on it.
Wow. Yeah. Man. I see Cliff bringing up my my man here. So what's up, Erica? Good evening. See you, Cliff. You guys hear that Justin Fields slipped off the field to the sideline in the first play and was carted off to the locker room?
Toe injury.
It's a dislocated toe. I just seen like about half an hour before I came on the show. I think they said it was a dislocated toe.
That's
you ain't getting rid of us that fast, Geraldo.
Damn, man. Fucking internet. Excuse my language. I can swear on BCP, right?
100%. Fucking Louie.
Okay.
We're 9 minutes in. It's good now.
Yeah. So where were we? Oh, yeah, this Justin Fields thing, huh? What about that?
Yeah,
That was our next.
dislocated toe, so he should be day to day, I think.
Yeah, I was watching ESPN this morning, Get Up with Mike Greenberg. He's a big Jets fan. And the guy, you know, as soon as he reported it, he was having a conniption, man. He was like, the season's over. Oh, my God, this is terrible news. I mean, he took it way overboard. And then an hour later, the news came out that somebody stepped on one of his small toes and it's dislocated. He should be ready to go pretty soon.
Cool.
But it's an example of how the media immediately reacts to shit, you know, and they blow shit up. I've been watching some stuff on CNN. I'm not a big Trump supporter, but I think sometimes CNN does not do a good job of being fair-minded towards him. That's enough about politics, but it's you know, the media has really done a terrible job in the last 20-30 years, man. They've just gotten worse and worse.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think
I don't even watch American media anymore. Although
I
don't blame you.
Overall, I just think that, you know, it's like people are being too biased with their information. It's like just state the fact. State the facts and, you know, move on. We don't have to get into the personal, you know, your personal opinions about things. That's what are the facts. Remember that show back in the day? Was it Adam 12? Just the facts.
Yeah.
Dragnet.
Yeah,
Dragnet. Okay, that's right. Dragnet. Yeah.
I just saw an episode about a week or two ago. I just saw an episode, man. You talk about some terrible acting, man.
Yeah.
But it was funny. I think they did it on purpose.
He did.
But you know what? We all know about it, though. That's the thing. We all know about that show.
Jack Webb said, he goes, I want it. He goes, I don't care how bad it is. I want it like it is in real life. When cops come up to a suspect or somebody's home, I want it just like it really was.
Yeah,
he was really into getting it right, really. But
well, the thing is that, you know, real people, when they walk, they swing their arms at least a little bit. This motherfucker will walk around like this. Like, what's going on here, man? Has he got like armpit stains? He doesn't want to see anybody to see it.
Just the facts, man. Just a fact.
Yeah. Who was it? I think it was Dan Aykroyd made a comedy spoof, a whole movie on that Dragnet. Did you guys ever see that?
Oh yeah,
I did not.
I did. Yeah. It was great.
What did you guys think about Hulk Hogan?
Him and Tom Hanks.
Him and Tom Hanks. That's right. Tom Hanks played the other guy, his partner.
He played Joe Morgan, whoever that.
Joe Morgan. Did you guys hear about Hulk, and what's your reaction to that?
I heard he passed away. I'm so sorry. You know.
Yeah.
My heart goes out to his family. I mean,
yeah.
I was never big into wrestling.
Yeah, same here.
But I do want to give my condolences because I mean I know he was pretty famous with it. So.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, he really became a superstar. I mean, when they're selling action figures of yourself and making cartoons and stuff, you're up there with the biggest people.
Yeah, as well as Ozzy Osbourne, right?
Yeah.
He passed away too.
I was waiting to cut in with both of those guys.
Well, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I just want to say Ozzy passed the other day too. Two larger than life guys known around the world.
Yep.
And Ozzy had a concert like 2 weeks ago. His final concert, his goodbye thing.
Yeah, wow. He even said live, and then he goes, I don't even know if I can finish the song, but I'm going to sing it for you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So, I mean, they changed here. So Ozzy and his band Black Sabbath changed rock and roll in the late 60s.
Mm-hmm.
And when Hulk came out, he was one of the big stars of wrestling. You guys remember WrestleMania 1? It was at the Rosemont Horizon.
Yeah.
So I'm not into wrestling at the time, but
me neither.
Although I'm driving down Manheim late at night.
It's going pretty crazy down on Manheim late at night.
I pulled into this bar. There was a motel called Air Hostess Motel, and it was for pilots and stewardesses. And then there was a Howard Johnson on the north side of it. This is on the Manheim Road, just between Irving Park and Belmont. And so we pull in there and we go down the stairs into this bar. It's kind of a dive bar. And in the bar is Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, and two other guys that I can't remember their names because it's 40-something years ago we're talking. And fortunately, my buddy Dave and I got to sit there and have a couple drinks with those guys, and they were pretty cool, man. They were just like regular people sitting in the bar. Hulk was fucking with Andre, and Andre was just being a brute. He was being a brute. We were there for about an hour because things got a little hectic with too many people going into these wrestlers and left.
Yeah.
But that was an hour I'll never forget, man. I was fortunate enough to do it. Maybe it's 3 because he's going WrestleMania 3 is where it really began. But when it came here to Chicago, the first one I thought it was just insane. It was insanely huge. And he
DJ
was
says,
that. And then look at all the movies he ended up doing. A few movies.
Big time. And they were
So he was a
successful
big
too.
star around this world.
Yeah. DJ
Yeah.
says, I remember when Hulk slammed Andre the Giant. I remember seeing that clip.
Yeah.
I was ready to bring that up. Because, I mean, I'm not a big wrestling fan, but I seem to remember because when I watched wrestling when I was a kid, I think it was the NWA. And when it was, I remember no one being able to ever body slam Andre the Giant. I think Hulk Hogan was the only one I ever seen body slam. I could be wrong, but that's the only one I ever remember seeing body slam Andre the Giant.
Well, I'm an older guy than you. I remember, maybe Foster remembers this. Moose Cholak, Wilbur Snyder, those guys. This was before wrestling took off big time, and wrestling was divided between sections in the United States and in the Midwest. Moose, Wilbur Snyder, Dick the Bruiser.
Dick the Bruiser.
Yeah, those were the big names then. And I was dating this chick, and she goes, "Hey, my dad's got tickets to go see wrestling." And I go, "Yeah, sure, I'll go." He had great seats, second row. And during the clutches, you could see the fighters, whispering to themselves what they were going to do next, what throw down, what have you. And so I said that to my girlfriend. She was seated in the middle, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, you're right." She turned to her dad and said that, and then he turned back at her and said, "Shut the fuck up." And then I looked at him, and he was looking at these guys like they were, from heaven. He was so into it. After that, man, I didn't get any more pussy out of her. Her father probably said, "I don't want you hanging around with that guy."
Oh man, I'm telling you. But I remember that. Greg Gagne, Jim Brunzell.
Vern Gagne, he was the champ.
His son was Greg, and his tag team partner was Jim Brunzell. So I'm gonna tell off my age here in a minute. So I better be quiet. But
you're inching towards the late 50s there.
Nick Bockwinkel.
Yeah. Holy shit. This guy knows some names. Chuck Mangione died too, right?
Man, trust me.
Yeah.
Damn.
This whole year, the list for the year is just crazy. But it has been for about the last 5.
Yeah, this week.
The same thing that happened about 25 years ago when a bunch of big stars from the golden age of films.
Yep.
That's what we grew up with.
Relentless Mikey saying that this week has been brutal. Malcolm Jamal Warner, Ozzy Osbourne, Hulk Hogan, and Chuck Mangione.
Yeah,
Mangione.
great jazz musician, kind of newer jazz. What's it called? Neo jazz or whatever. But he had a big effing hit. I want to say 80s. Chuck Mangione.
I was just trying to whistle it.
Go ahead. There you go.
I remember that one. Okay,
That's it. That one song, man, off the charts. He was worldwide famous.
He made money for 25 years off of that song. It was in so many movies and so many commercials and anything you could think of. It was in there.
Yeah, probably got a lot of tail too.
Right. When we have Theo.
Now that he's gone, I was thinking of taking his place, Aldo. Do it right.
There you go. You can do it.
I'll go off the bars with the trumpet and learn a couple notes.
You can do it.
Where's my
Yeah.
wig?
Theo died. Dan Aguirre called me, man, in tears. Because he's a big Cosby Show fan. He was so disappointed with the news about Cosby and the accusations and stuff. And now Theo dies. Oh man, Dan Aguirre's life is, paused right now. He's so upset.
Oh wow, how is Dan, man? I mean, I haven't. Well, I know he's on a different shift now. So how is he?
Yeah, he's doing good, man. He's happily married. Him and his wife go to a lot of concerts and do things together. He's really happy. He's getting along with her kids well, and he, you know how Dan is regarding the Chicago Bears. Something happens and he panics. So Jalen Johnson's hurt. Oh my God, this is going to ruin our season. I'm like, dude, he's going to come back in 2-3 weeks. They don't have the second round in sound yet. Don't worry, they get that. He worries a lot, but that's a sign of a big time fan, man.
Yeah, is he? Does he still do a show with you every so often?
We haven't done one probably in 3 months because not only was his schedule changed, but there was a lot of drama going on his job. He's a 911 operator besides being a radio disc jockey. And the 911 job, there was union issues and stuff, and so he was. That was really bringing him down to. There's a lot of changes too in the guy's life. So he said, don't ask me for a while because I got to kind of focus on what I'm doing, and I totally respect that.
Yeah,
cool.
I love his radio show. I'll listen to it if I'm up, man. And then on top of it, they happen to play my music too. Most of it.
Is that right?
So it's. I don't know if you've ever sat there and listened to like more than. I've sat there. No. I've laid in bed with the phone on, just going to sleep to it because the music is stuff I have in CDs and albums. I'm like, it's a classic rock station.
That's awesome. I'll let them know.
Yeah.
So Aldo, I'm just curious, man. What got you into podcasting anyway?
Well, the long story in 20 seconds is when I was a kid, I loved movies and TV. And luckily for me, because I was fucking up big time in high school, Roberto Clemente High School was built on Western and Division, and they had a radio TV program. And I've always loved, radio TV and make movies and stuff. Enrolled into that class, and it literally saved my life because I probably wouldn't even be alive now just because I'm just such a fuck up. But when it comes to that creative stuff, it really turned me on. And so from there, I was able to get an internship and at a production company, traveled the world and worked at Channel 2 for 7 years. And so when I got into my early 50s and I left my corporate job, all of a sudden, I said, like, what do I want to do? I don't know what to do. And my wife says, do what you love to do. Talk about sports. So that's when it all started, and it's been one of the best things I've done in my life because, and this is no bullshit, but meeting you guys, Shorty, even Carl, it's been so good, because I don't socialize much. So this has been a great outlet for making friends and hanging out with buddies and stuff. And so this is not only a creative outlet for me, but it's an opportunity to socialize with people I've met in the chat and just interacted with in chat. It's fucking awesome, man.
So what was your first podcast like? I mean, was your first podcast a Bears podcast?
Yes, it was. Yeah. When I ran the NFC North bar room, we did podcasts for all 4 teams. Okay. And so we started with the Bears. We then did the Packers. I would drive actually to Wisconsin and
Foster probably was there too.
Oh yeah, probably. What's the name of the place in Lake Geneva? Steinfels or something like that. They got soda that you can find in Chicago grocery store, Steinhoffel's or something like that. Anyways, they got a great bar restaurant there. We would go there and interview Packer fans and stuff. It was a blast, but at the same time, also I'm surrounded by a lot of Packer fans. It's like, I hate you, but thanks for being on the show.
Right.
I did it with a guy named Robert Trader, who was a big time Packers fan. We would sit down and drink, and about an hour later, the first 59 minutes are cordial, and then about an hour later, the drinks start getting in, and then we'd be all like, fuck your team, no, fuck your team, no, fuck you. So it was a blast. At the end, we'd hug, and I'd drive back to Chicago, and he was a carnival. I don't know if he still is. There's a carnival up in the middle of Wisconsin. Do you know this, Foster? And he was the carnival barker, come on in, and he's introducing the acts and stuff. So he had a really great theatrical presence, and so he really hosted that show, and I produced it for him. But the first podcast, to answer your question, I apologize for rambling on here.
No, it's fine. I appreciate
a Bears podcast. It was with Phil Otoshin, the draft Dr. Phil, Shane Marsaw. It was with Lauren Cox, who's now on Lockdown Bears and a bunch of other things. Mm-hmm. And it was a guy named Jose Cotto, a Puerto Rican guy from Connecticut area who was a big-time Bears fan. It was the five of us. And if you were to hear that show now, you would say, these guys are not going anywhere. I mean, it started like this. Hello, my name is Aldo, and welcome to Bears Bar Room. And it was just, and then I turned over to Phil, and then 20 minutes later, he would turn over to Shane, because Phil can talk. But as the shows got on, we figured out a nice formula. We were busting each other's balls and doing bits. I encouraged Phil, which I probably created Monster. From what I hear, he's still doing this. He does all these songs, and he had told me, that he used to do rapping in front of large audiences and had a label contract and stuff. And so I thought he was bullshitting, because Phil tends to bullshit a little bit. So I said, well, you should do some songs. And then he was like, yeah, he started doing all these songs for the show. They were very, very popular. We released the CD once. But yeah, 100 Proof, that was it was first called Bears Bar Room, and then we changed it to 100 Proof because the Bears came after us saying, you guys, need to change your name, blah, 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 bullshit stuff. But yeah, that was it, man.
So the Bears actually did come at you for that name of Bears Proof. I mean, Bears
Bears Bar Room. Yeah, they
wow.
did.
Okay.
And it really pissed me off, man, because there's so many
BAER.
I was toying with that idea, misspelling it, BEARZ, stuff like that. Yeah. But I saw that other people, were using the name The Bears Blog and blah, blah, blah. So I get this letter, Federal Express. I had to sign for it. It had a paralegal's name on it, phone number and stuff. So I tell her, what about these other websites that are using the Bears name? And she goes, I can't talk about any of those other websites. This is between Bears Bar Room and the NFL and the Chicago Bears. And I'm like, well, that's funny. Is it? I played the race card right away, PJ. Is it because I'm Puerto Rican? Is that why you're picking on me? And she goes, sir, I didn't even know that you were. But I was like, sí, yo soy puertorriqueño. I played it big time. And so I think that delayed everything. Basically, I told him I'll be happy to change the name, but I'm not going to do it overnight. I'm going to, this is a lot of money I invested to do the branding and all that shit. And so they were cool with it. They left me alone after that.
Cool.
You got to play that race ethnic card whenever you can, man. I'm not shy. I'll admit it.
Hey, if it worked, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. I think that's why my wife married me. I say little Spanish words.
Hey, don't you like Puerto Ricans? You afraid to marry a Puerto Rican? Come on.
Exactly. My father.
Okay, I'll marry you.
Foster, yes. When Foster and I went to the Bears game, he told me that didn't you tell me that you were in love with a Puerto Rican chick for a while?
Yeah. Yeah.
Out of the many that you dated.
I was just going to bring that up.
Yeah.
Puerto Rican and Irish.
Puerto Rican Irish.
Yeah.
Ooh.
5,000 years. You dated a whole bunch of different women there, sir.
Yeah.
5,000 years.
Now it's 5,000. Yeah, I guess that's right. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
Although, so you were talking about the show and or no, being up in Wisconsin and drinking, and I get that. You know, it's I go up there and it's like I'm always, and I make sure I'm wearing a Bears, especially if it's cold or anything, man.
Yeah.
I got a bright orange jacket on and a hat with the big C, and I make sure. I usually don't get too hassled, but if I'm sitting in a bar, and you know, it only takes me one beer to get drunk. I just don't know if it's like the 15th or the 16th. I lose count. So
there you go.
but that's when things start to happen. Somebody has one too many, and somebody says one thing, and then before you know it, we're fighting over stuff that's not important because it's just football.
You can't even remember it.
Right.
Yeah, it can get intense. Yeah, that's for sure. You know, I have a lot of friends that are Packers fans, and we're pretty respectful towards one another. But yeah, it's usually alcohol where that respect starts to go down the drain a little bit.
You know, and within my family, I know there's you know, because my parents had 10 children,
Nice.
and out of the 10, nine of us are boys.
Wow.
I think like about half of us were split between the
Is that
Bears and the Packers, and it's the young because I'm part of the younger group, so I became a Bears fan. But the older ones, they could tell me about all the Packer days and all that, and I'm like, wow, okay. So yeah, it's like it's surprising. You know, I'm in Central Illinois, and the reach being so far down that Packers, you know, a lot of people, you know, in the city. My next door neighbor's a Packer fan.
Is that
like,
right?
Yeah, it's like
in Central Illinois.
Packers.
Their reach. Wow.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I'm telling you, it's like wow. Okay.
Eduardo was asking me what was my experience with the Maniacs of Humble Park. Shit, Eduardo, for a couple of years I was part of that Maniac group.
That was me.
No, that's not true. I'm bullshitting. But when I first came from New York to Chicago, it was 1967, 68, and that was when there were a lot of problems with Puerto Ricans and the establishment. You know, there were a lot of Puerto Ricans coming into the Humboldt Park area that he feel respected and so forth. There were problems with Tule High School, which is why they named the new school Roberto Clemente to appease the militant Puerto Rican group. So yeah, it was pretty intense. You know, and whenever there were big gatherings like the Puerto Rican Day Parade, there was always at least one guy, two guys that were killed. You know. Always. And every once in a while, the Humboldt Park Lagoon, they turn up a body, you know, in October or something. And so there was a lot of violence. And I remember getting into a couple of fights, you know, just for, you know, stupid reasons. And so I went back home and I stayed home for a long time. Let me read some books.
It's safe.
Watch on TV and try to see the porn in between the wavy picture. So yeah, it was crazy, man. It was crazy growing up in Humboldt Park, no doubt.
Yeah, Squeegee says, I live in Illinois across a river from Iowa, which is what we call our Quad Cities.
Right.
And in Davenport, Iowa, one of the members of the Quad Cities. He said there's more Bear fans over there than there is in Rock Island, which is on the Illinois side. So
right,
it's strange, man.
I'm not surprised by that, you know, because I've gone up to Galena a lot, which is not too far off the border there. You can take a drive and then go to the casinos in Iowa. So when I've gone with my wife, because she loves hanging out at the casinos and losing our savings, when I've gone up there, you see a lot of guys wearing Bear stuff. So it's pretty cool.
Love Galena. Love Galena.
Oh, it's gorgeous up there. I really would like to buy a home there and retire there.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, you know, with the Bears, you know, you guys know you got international people listening to and watching BCP. Same thing with Barroom. Chris Watts is from Leeds, London, and so forth. The Bears have an international reach that's far above any other team, except perhaps the Cowboys. But the Cowboys not as much, I think, in Europe. Like the Bears, but certainly in Central South America, Cowboys have quite a presence. So, but I'm so happy to be a Bears fan despite all of the bullshit that we've been going through the last 2-3 decades. I still love the team and will always love them. And I look at it this way: it gives me an opportunity to bitch and moan and groan. I can't do it to my wife.
but the thing is, though, for me.
I ain't gonna be here that long.
For me as a Bears fan,
then you might be pissing on the wall too. Exactly. Outside the yard.
You ain't kidding.
Whenever the Bears lose on a Sunday, it ruins my Monday, Tuesday. I started finally getting over it by like Wednesday. It's like, man.
Hang out in Chicago on a Monday after a Sunday night loss. The traffic is hostile. It's like nobody is nice to anybody on the roads in Chicago. I will put my hand to the Bible and say that is a fact. And for many, many, many years, I've been the same way all week long until I start hearing some encouraging news Wednesday, Thursday about the next game, and it starts to go away, and then it comes back on Monday. I love this team, man, but they break my heart. Unbelievable.
Yeah, they do.
And it's been a really rough ride the last 15 years, man.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on Ben Johnson? You think he's going to turn this thing around?
I absolutely do. I really just one thing, because we've never had an offense that scores 24, 25, 28 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
Never had it. I mean, I maybe some of those 80s teams with McMahon and company, but other than that, I just think he turns the offense around, and that's what we've needed forever, was a solid offense. So look at the moves look at the first things they did right away. Because how long have we been sitting here, PJ? 3 years, actually over 3 years, him and I, every week talking about the offensive line for 3 years. That's insane that we have to do it that long.
Yeah.
But he neglected it, and I know in the first year he didn't have the resources because the cap, so he couldn't do anything in free agency. But he didn't, do anything in the draft. And I understand best player available, Brisker and Gordon. Gordon and Brisker were the top guys on their board. But you got to start questioning the scouting staff too, because there were guys, offensive and defensive linemen, drafted after Brisker that could have made this team and be contributing today. And so the fact that the scouting team put on and polls put on the board that order where they excluded some offensive linemen, that's a strike against my guy Poles. Yeah. But finally, he's done the right thing. Traded for an offensive lineman, traded for a second offensive lineman, signed the center. Now the interior of the offensive line is set. DeAndre Swift said today, I can't wait to run behind that line. I can't wait. Let's go. He was like somebody gave him a present that was the best present he had ever had in life. So I can't wait to see what Swift is going to do behind this line. It's going to be beautiful. Look at Shorty. We're in Yellowstone. My wife keeps saying, I just want to see a bear. Finally, I say, bears. Where? Oh, Shorty, man.
Yeah,
I'm in the fucking wilderness.
I think for me, Ben Johnson, I mean, I like him, first of all. Let me be clear. I like him, and I think he's going to be a good head coach. I don't know if the Chicago media will be patient with him because of his style coming in, hot and, man, really disciplinarian. Whether or not they're going to be able to relate to that and go, oh, he's too hard on Caleb, or he's too hard. Well, he shouldn't have took him out of practice, and those type of things
Yeah.
where they start feeding into that negativity instead of
Mhm.
letting him develop his culture, because that's basically what he's doing. He's setting the tone.
Yeah.
He's setting the tone right now. He's setting the standard. Say, hey, this is not acceptable. Get out of practice.
Exactly.
And if the media is not careful, I wonder whether or not they're gonna like try to turn that on him and be
Mhm.
like, nah, he's wrong for that. And you know how the chirping starts, and then once the chirping starts, it's a wrap.
Yeah. But I'll tell you this, right now he is in the honeymoon phase, because everyone is reporting how what fresh air. Mark Potash wrote today that he thought it was bad for Ryan Post not to answer any questions at Tuesday's press conference, and then he went on Hogan Johns and did their podcast for 20 minutes. He said that's a bad look. The PR department should have told him, you got to answer some questions. It's been a tradition here in Chicago for years and years and years. But then he went on to write, Ben Johnson, however, is a beacon of hope that the Bears' communication with fans and the media is going to improve, because so far he's been transparent. You'll ask him a question and then he'll say, let me get back to you. And the next day he's got a detailed answer. Like when he was asked who are what players that really stood out to you during OTAs,
Right.
he said, ask me tomorrow. So this is totally different than John Fox. Well, yeah, that motherfucker annoyed the shit out of me. And then and then Eberflus with the insurance salesman approach to it, Yeah, they got hits. HIT. We cover all the hits, with our insurance policy. Fuck him. Fuck that shit. And of course, Nagy was just irritating because you knew that there was nothing really, there was something underhanded about Matt Nagy, and nothing's been proven. But that was just my gut feel.
Right.
But now here comes this guy. I was listening today on the Score Sports Radio. Mark Grody was saying that Ben Johnson, when he's in the weight room, that dude is lifting weights with the players and lifting as much weight as the DBs and stuff. He is there, man. And so I like a coach like that. I like a coach who works out with the team and stuff. Dan Campbell is the perfect example. He's out there sweating and doing up downs with the players and stuff. And something about Ben Johnson, man. I think we got ourselves somebody here that could be the best coach, maybe Bears history. I'm hoping and praying.
Like I said, I'm liking him, man. I really am liking him. I just wonder whether or not that media would turn on him.
Yeah, well, there's always a chance, because that's what sells, right? That conflict.
Yep.
I saw the Chicago Sun-Times back page. Jeff Agris, who designs the back page, always posted on his X account, and upper left-hand headline was, "Coach throws offense off the field." And it's like, okay, yeah, he did that. But as Ben Johnson explained the next day, it was the end of practice, at the end of that practice part, and they were sending in other players, and Ben said it in a way like, yeah, I didn't like that headline. You're right. That headline was designed to click it,
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they get to start feeding that narrative, and once they start feeding to that narrative, it takes on a life of its own. And I think that has ruined so many players and coaches here before. That once they start painting a certain narrative, they start running with it and rolling with it. And it's like, oh, just give a guy time to develop, or give a coach time to get his players in, and they never really get that chance.
Right.
I mean. So
that's I love what King Booker World says.
Yep.
He says he believes in the whole staff. Yeah, the whole staff has been impressive. I want to learn more from the position coaches, but clearly Dennis Allen, Declan Doyle. I want to especially learn more about him. How is it that, what is he, 28, 29
Yeah.
years old. How is it that a guy rises that quickly, and is now telling position coaches who are twice his age, 3 times his age, this is how I want things done. This is how Ben wants things done, and so forth. And the fact that he and Ben, Declan Doyle, the offensive coordinator, are working for the first time ever together. That's intriguing.
Didn't Declan Doyle work with Dennis Allen and
Was
Norman?
it with Dennis Allen? Yeah.
Yeah.
But he comes out of the same system that Ben kind of employs. Yeah, you're right. So there is some there, but I bet you Declan and Dennis Allen don't have a lot of interaction because they're one's coaching the defense, one's coaching the offense. Look
And
at this.
if I'm not mistaken, also isn't the offensive line coach from there too?
Yeah, Brochard. Yes, I
Yeah.
believe he is. There's some great chemistry going on. One of the things that Ben Johnson said at his press conference on Tuesday is that one of the things he wants to do is really, really lean on this coaching staff. Lean on their experience. Talk to them about decisions that are being made, preparation, and it was by design that they brought in this very diverse group of coaches. Many of them have not worked with one another, but they had these certain strengths and a style of emphatically making sure things are done right. And it's a chemistry project, right? It's a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and so forth. And hopefully they got it right this time. I love watching this shit. I can't wait to get out to Bears camp next week. I'll be there Tuesday and Wednesday with Greg Gabriel. So if you're there, come by and say hi.
Tuesday and Wednesday.
Tuesday and Wednesday. And then I got tickets for 2 more and Fan Fest. So I'll see the Bears 5 times.
Oh man, good for you, man. Good for you.
Man.
That's nice.
I saw Swifty put out one of his videos where he was complaining about the system. He couldn't get any tickets, and the Bears have fucked this up. And I didn't say anything because I didn't want to rub it in. I was like, I got 4. I got 4. Shit, I was here with this computer, another computer here. So I was online with 3 computers, and then I asked my daughter to get online too because she was home doing nothing. And so that's how she got me one, and I got one each. I was there 2 hours early waiting, but I got them. I did hit the jackpot, Carl.
It was like the old days, waiting in line for concert tickets, man.
Tell me about it. The greatest concert, one of the greatest, I should say, was I was dating I just started dating the woman who would become my second wife. And I just stopped at Tower Records, and they had a ticket master there. And I'm like, what concerts are coming up? Oh, the Bangles are here. And I go, what kind of seats you got for the Bangles? Oh, look at this. 2nd row, left the stage. I'm like, give them to me. Showed them to my girlfriend. We went to see the Bangles. I'm falling in love with Susanna Hoffs. She's up there in a miniskirt playing guitar and stuff. But I really impressed the hell out of my wife. And then after we got married, that was it. No more impressions.
Thanks for the tickets.
Just stages of depressions.
Yes, exactly. Major depressions.
I always tell these guys every Thursday, I'm like, man, you did it again. You left another bad depression on me.
I love it.
3 years of bad depressions, and I'm still sitting there.
There you go.
Well, let me tell you guys a little bit about what we're going to do when we get to the BTS Bare Their Souls part of that. You guys are coming on, and we're going to talk about all of the things that the players, Cole Kmet, DeAndre Swift, TJ Edwards, and coaches like Dennis Allen and the head coach, Ben Johnson, all of those people have met with the media this week. So I selected some sound bites to play, share with our fans. And then PJ Foster and Steven Zimmerman can all comment on it. Zim is a new addition to Bare Their Souls. Tooch won't be able to join us because he's got laryngitis.
Okay.
He's lost his voice. And I told him, dude, you got to calm down with the cocksucking. I don't think he's ever responded to that. Yeah. No.
That's it. I'm
Coach,
out.
this ain't your 70s porn days anymore, dude.
Exactly. Those days are over, man.
Getting too
Those
old,
days are over. So we're gonna have some good football talk and hopefully a lot of laughs, just like we're doing now. And then applause to you guys. What you've built here with BCP is phenomenal. I hop on social media and I hear people talking about, oh, this person was on BCP. You guys are nailing great guests. You're doing excellent productions. So really, congratulations. And I'm most thankful that Mr. Shorty is not here today because we'd be running late right now. The champion of pontification.
Well, we want to thank you, though, man. We want to thank you for all your support. I mean, that you've always shown us, man. That means a lot, man. I mean, I truly appreciate it. Or personally, I appreciate it, man. So thank you very much, man.
Like I've said, we're in a great moment now where the audience has taken over the programming. The old way of doing communications is dying a slow, very painful death because a lot of good people are losing their jobs and so forth. But it's because everything is now accessible to us. I mean, look at the screen, the graphic, BCP, the picture quality, the laughs that we're having, the information that we're sharing and stuff. And, when I turn on ESPN and they start talking about the Bears and they haven't heard what happened yesterday at a press conference, or they don't know that this guy's injured, or they don't know, it's like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm going to put out BCP.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, but yeah, I do, man. I do appreciate you for that, man. I think you've united a lot of people with your platform. So, man, hats off to you.
I appreciate that.
There probably would be no BCP. There would be no Bears Country podcast every Thursday night if it wasn't for you.
Well, I really appreciate
and
that.
I'm watching your show.
Yeah, that's right.
Same with Shorty.
Yeah.
So it just wouldn't have happened. And going back at the very beginning of COVID. So now we're looking over 5.5 years ago. Although I don't know if you remember this because I had been watching because I'm stuck at this time. I shouldn't say stuck, but I'm taking care of my mom who's 90 and sick, and it's a 24-hour a day, 7 days a week job, and I'm doing this for 6 months, and you get messed up, man.
Oh no, shit, man.
So Tuesday nights, and then the shows that you ended up doing was a big part of saving what was left of my mental stability. Because I got out of that world and hopped into this little world that we call created, and didn't have to, a lot of people here on our show. It's Thursday therapy time, man. For whatever you're going through, leave it all behind.
Exactly.
Sit here and come and talk some Bears and laugh with us. But it would not. We would not. I just can't see in a world where PJ, me, and Shorty would be sitting here doing a show every week for 3 years if we had not contacted via your platform.
Yeah.
And then we've got our own little tree, but that's all because of you too. I mean, we got guys going out and doing their stuff, man. Look at Walt in the Bear Review. Have you seen any of Walt's stuff in the Bear Review?
Very good.
I mean, short, decisive, informative. He's got a good flow with his voice.
Yes, he does.
Yes,
good. I told him.
Carl, when you talk about production, if it wasn't for Carl, our production would suck.
Yeah,
because it would be Shorty going, "Oh, what?" You know what I'm talking about because you sit there and it's hard doing it when you got to do everything like you did for so long. I don't know.
What? No super chats?
No super chats.
Hit me up. One of the things that you said reminded me, I think it was in year 3, Antonio Contreras, who is a good friend with Heidi, a Hispanic guy who loves the Bears. And so he reached out to me because we were having some technical difficulties our first couple of years. And he reached out. He's a tech guy. And he was like, I can help you with some of this stuff. So I met him downtown at his office. You helped me escape from 60 hours a week. And 3 little ones. Yeah, that's how it worked, Alex.
That's the toughest job in the world right there.
Well, no shit. Being a parent and watching for your elderly parents, man, it's rough. It's rough. I will never forget somebody saying to me, when you're put into that position where you're having to take care of a parent, all of a sudden that son parent dynamic changes dramatically because now you're a caregiver, and being a caregiver is a rough fucking job, rough job.
Yeah, it is.
And so anyway, but getting back to Antonio told me this. He goes, man, the reason I'm helping you out is because I love what you guys are doing. I got to drive to downtown from the suburbs every day. It's a 60 to 90 minute drive and then back home. And I put you guys on and I laugh and you're informing me and so forth. You really helped me deal with the traffic. And that really stuck in my mind, It's like we're doing a service for people. And so I love that responsibility. I love doing this.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's about that time.
Yes.
That we go.
All right, fellas, I will, and hopefully everyone in the chat will join us over at the Barroom Network.
Yes.
Just if you're not a subscriber, you don't know, just hit the Google search Barroom Network. You should see the live feed. We will start immediately at the top of the hour, which is really right now.
Yeah.
And then
we're throwing everybody over there as soon as we're done.
All right, excellent. I'll see you there, guys, there later.
Okay.
Our good Carol.
Thanks, Aldo.
You got it. Thank you for having me, man. Love you too.
In a bit, whether you like it or not. Gotta threaten him a little bit before he rolls out.
Oh, 100%. But to our BCP family, we want to say thank you for joining us tonight. We're going to go over to Aldo's show with the Bare Their Souls with him and Zim. And please join us over there and hopefully we'll have a good time.
Absolutely, man. We're not even gonna do the name outs. Alex and Mr. Scrody and Carl and Squeegee and Cliff.
Just come on over.
Just come on down, man. There you go.
Cool.
So, Bears.
Bears.
This is.
Giddy up, groove, stay. You down with BCP? Yeah, you know me. You down with BCP? Yeah, you know me. Integral, grind exponential. You down with BCP? That's the way we rotate radially. You down with BCP? Down with BCP? You down with BCP? You down with BCP? That's the way we do things limitlessly. Yeah. You down with BCP? Yeah, you know me. You down with BCP? Let's blow. Switch the flow. Shift the tempo.